Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is PES 2016 the Become a Legend mode, and I'll be doing a season roundup to show where everyone finished in the season and see if we might be moving elsewhere today, or not today, this for next season. But first and foremost, we're going to look at the Champions Trophy, and Juventus lost in the final. That's disappointing for European football. In the Champions League, Barcelona beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final, which is rather ironic considering that Barcelona has been a team mentioned for clubs I should go to. A lot. Literally, it's between Real Madrid and Barcelona half the time. The comments, I'm not even sure why. The Europa League was won by Liverpool after they beat Southampton 3-0 in the final. They beat Man United a couple of years ago when I was playing for United, so that's a pain. The UEFA Super Cup saw Juventus lose to Benfica 4-2, so the Europa League winners win that trophy. The Premier League trophy was won by Chelsea, with Arsenal getting second, Liverpool third, and Aston Villa fourth. Man City only fifth and Tottenham sixth, Man United down into ninth place. The teams got relegated were Norwich, Crystal Palace, and Queen's Park Rangers. No surprises really when you think of it, is there? The FA Cup was won by West Brom, so yeah. I'm not sure that's a surprise anymore, considering how strong the Premier League is at this point. The teams getting promoted from the Championship, Burnley and Nottingham Forest automatically, while the teams that went up with them in the playoffs, or through the playoffs, was Blackburn Rovers. And their Community Shield was won by Man City. Serie A, Inter Milan won the last day of the season. Cagliari almost won it, but they blew it on the last day of the season. That's a shame. Only 70 points won it though, that's shockingly bad. What's happened to Italy? Juventus got the Champions League, as did Lazio though. Napoli, Sassuolo and Genoa all in the Europa League. Paloma, Atalanta and Gazzaccio? That's a made-up team. Why is a made-up team in Italy? But they got relegated anyway. The Coppa, Juventus beat AC Milan 4-0 to absolutely dismantle them in the final. Serie B, Verona and Novara were promoted, with Avellino winning the playoff final. And on Supercoppa, Inter Milan won it 4-0. Barcelona were the league winners, so they did the Champions League and La Liga. Real Madrid got second, Athletic Madrid third, Sevilla fourth, Valencia fifth, Athletic Bilbao sixth, and Real Sociedad seventh. Espanyol, Alcorcon, and Numancia all getting relegated. Copa del Rey, Atletico Madrid beat Valencia in the final. Real Betis and Cordoba got promoted to La Liga automatically, while Eibar won the playoffs. And Atletico Madrid beat Real Madrid in the Supercoppa. And no surprise to anyone, Paris Saint-Germain destroyed Ligue 1 by 20 points. They did that with me there as well, so it's not exactly a surprise to me. Saint Etienne got second place, and they were relegated a few years ago, if I remember correctly. And Lyon got third, and Nantes and Hervé relegated. Copa de France, Paris Saint-Germain won it to do the League and Cup double. And Lyon and Stade Rennais were promoted automatically. I must confess, I probably want to finish my career at Tours at one point, so maybe 3 years, maybe on the last year or the last 2 years I want to finish it at Tours. I don't know yet, it's a feeling I want to try and do at one point, but I'm not sure right now. And the Trophy of the Champions, no surprise, Paris Saint-Germain won that 4-0, beating Marseille. Everyone knows that Feyenoord won the Eredivisie by 4 points, and the Dutch Cup was won by Hercules, so that's not bad, is it? We were disappointing. We actually lost to them. So we got beaten by the champions. Alright, that's not bad going at all, is it? And PSV Eindhoven won the Johan Cruyff Shield. The Premier Liga, Benfica were beaten again by Porto. They couldn't even win with me there. And Estoril got the last Champions League place. Sporting Lisbon didn't even get in the Europa League places. That's disappointing. Braga, Belenenses and Paca de Ferreira all got Europa League football. And the Taça de Portugal was won by Braga. Well done, Braga. And the Portuguese Super Cup was won by Porto. So that's it. I'm only going to look at those. But yeah, that'd be interesting for me to see it. So I'm not going to look at the teams. I'm going to look at the teams after I start the new season. So let's see what happens. So I've gone down to 93 overall rating. Well, I'm finally dropping ratings. Brilliant. 32 years of age, so it's no surprise it's happening. It's just surprising it's happened so late, honestly. And I got 42 goals in 39 appearances with 14 assists, so overall a very successful season on my part, if I had to be honest with you. And yeah, I'm definitely going down a rating, which is a shame, but yeah. I got the captaincy skill, which is why I'm the captain. Doesn't always work, mind you, but it's nice when it does. I'm definitely going down a rating. It's eventually going to happen. I thought it was going to happen earlier, but it took a few years. I thought it was going to happen when I was at 30, but now it's going down. Hopefully it doesn't decline dramatically. But anyway, I want to finish my career at tours anyway, I think. Yeah, tours, 70 appearances, 85 goals. So compared to most teams, it's actually the least amount of goals I've scored for a club. Every club I've gone to, I've got at least 60 goals, so I might stay at Feyenoord for one more season to get to 60 goals, but I'm not sure. Assist-wise, definitely my best spell since Paris Saint-Germain. It's actually my second best in the terms of assists in the season since Paris Saint-Germain, so definitely enjoy myself at Feyenoord as a winger. I'm actually going to look at this. I want to see if I can join Bayern Munich. I don't think I can join Bayern Munich. Anyone who wants to see, can I join Bayern Munich? I cannot join them. I don't know why. It's because I don't have the Bundesliga. They are not available to me. So anyone who says, join Bayern Munich, join Bayern Munich. I can't. I literally can't. I want to join, but I can't. It's a shame. So after going through the list of teams for the last half an hour, 40 minutes, I have finally decided which teams should make it onto my list of potential teams for next season if I am to leave Feyenoord. So, for example, they can't be teams that have very talented players on the bench, even because they don't have the right position. So, Arsenal is not available because they have Thiago and Schweinsteiger on the bench, even though they've got Shockley and Bilek on the field, who are much worse off in positioning in ratings. I don't understand why they do that. That's why Arsenal is not on the list. However, there are some teams in the Premier League that are on the list. Looking at Chelsea, for example, they're on the list, and they are in the Champions League. So, very talented team, and Totti and Drogba are both the same age. I'll go through the ratings with you in a bit. And Xavi, not on the field, but he's 29, so it's understandable as well. Plus, I got Courtois, who's 19 on the bench, which is really good. And yes, Totti, 24 years of age, 92 rated. Drogba, 24 years of age, 88 rated, so I might not even get into the team, quite frankly. Xavi, 29, 89 rated. Pizarro, 28-year-old, 89 rated. Mikel, 26-year-old, 85 rated. So, understandable why they're not in the team, half of these players. It's understandable why Xavi and Totti are not in the team. The next team on my list is Liverpool. And again, looks very solid. Admittedly, Bonnet is a bit better than Villagra, but apart from that, that is the only problem that I have with the team. It's a very strong looking side, plus all the other positions are good. And Osvaldo is the same age as the other striker on the field, so I might struggle to get into this team as well. I'm going to show the proof that Osvaldo, 25 years of age, just the same age as this guy, so I might struggle to get into the team, quite frankly, which is a good feeling. Really is. And they're in the Champions League as well, which is even better. The next team on my list is actually West Brom. Now you may be wondering why West Brom, well they're 4.5-star team and they look good. Apart from Zarin and Ribiera, it looks good. And I can understand why they're not starting, admittedly, because of their positions and the formation they're using. But this guy only plays as an attacking midfielder, as does this guy. And yeah, Craddock is probably the only player that I would question in inclusion. So if they can get another central midfielder, then yes, it would make sense. And they're a good team all round. And they're in Europa League. West Brom are also in the Europa League. The next team, Hull City. Now, doesn't that look inviting to you? I mean, yes, they can put an attacking midfielder in there behind Falcao and Novak, but that looks really inviting to me. And Lanzini, you can probably play as well, along with Brenanza. But yeah, Novakic is a very good player as well, so understandable why he's not playing, even if Rodriguez isn't playing. But I can't see any problems with that. I really don't have an issue with that team. Hull City on my list, but they are not in European football. So the first team that is not in not in the Premier League is Lyon. Now Lyon, a good team for me. Scott Brown plays for them. And it makes sense why some of these players aren't playing. And honestly, I think they're playing their best team. So, nothing against them here. I would be happy to join them if they were to allow me to sign for them. If they let me join, I would be very happy to sign for Lyon. Even if it meant playing against Paris Saint-Germain, my former team. And they're also in the Champions League playoffs, so I could play in the Champions League group stage again. Now, we're in Spain, and it's not Atletico Madrid, because... Whooper, bloody hell. It's not Barcelona. Their goalkeeper, Grant, is really rubbish, and they got Meunier, when they can play Suarez and Van Persie. Hello. And they got Rabo when they can play Silva. It's not Real Madrid either. Just look at their centre midfielders, then look at Gerrard. And then you look at Rodriguez and Cruz, and you wonder, why are none of those three players starting, and why are they allowing their team to look as weak as it is? Okay, that's why I'm not going to look at Real Madrid. Instead, it's Real Sociedad. They are in the Europa League, but I don't mind that. The side looks interesting to me. And while they can probably put punching in, it's not a bad squad. I would happily join that team if they were allowing me to join. And I'll probably start ahead of Ilovic as well, who's their captain, so I might be their captain. Would you be against that? Doesn't even look anything like the guy. And the last team is actually the weakest one of the lot. It's Villarreal. Now, this one could be a bit questionable, because they've got the attacking midfielder, but Pina, not a bad player. And you may be wondering, but they got a weak goalkeeper, but Ter Stegen is 17, so he will grow. That's why I'm looking at Villarreal as well. So, that's my reason for looking at them and thinking I can join this team. So, I'm going to go through the list again. So, for my list, I can either stay at Feyenoord, or I can join Chelsea, join Liverpool, join West Brom, join Hull City, join Lyon, join Real Sociedad, or join Villarreal. Those are my 8 options for you. This will be a poll, and I'll let you know how that goes. And while we have the World Cup as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. We have the 3 group games first in the next video, and I may not even play the game straight away. I may not even make the decision straight away, so I may have a few videos going in for the decision to be made. So yeah, that'd be interesting for me to do. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of my options, my suggestions for you guys, and if you like them or not. I know some of them are not going to be popular. Why aren't you Barcelona? Why aren't you Real Madrid? But I explain my reasons for it, and I want to say that is my... I'd like for you to understand my reasons for not wanting to go to those 2 teams, particularly. They just don't do what I want in a team. They don't play the best players they have available to them. That's my problem with them. It's as simple as that. By the way, I am going to end this video here. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope you like and favourite this video, and that you subscribe to my channel. It would really help me a lot. Be sure to vote in the poll that is going to be in the description and the comments below. So yes, anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.